Welcome back. Well, after that first game and the fireworks that followed it, we're all ready for the second game for the day 3 at the GEPL. Now, Chennai Wolves taking on the Mumbai Grizzlies were up in spirits and confidence after that last two games that they've had. Remember, they started with a loss and now they are at the top of the table on top of New York Apes. I think third game, they are raring to go.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? This is a fixture that I've been waiting for. जब हम इंडियन T20 लीग की बात करते हैं वहाँ पे चेन्नई और मुंबई का जो मैच है ना उसको कहते हैं एल क्लासिको. So I'm just waiting to see if this is going to be the El Clasico of the GEPL, the global ecricket Premier League. But you know what? Mumbai, they are on a high. कल उन्होंने अपने दोनों मुकाबले जीत लिए थे और चेन्नई कल अपने दोनों मुकाबले हार गया था. So it's going to be very interesting how these two teams match up.
Well, again, on the other set, we had Mumbai winning 2. Chennai, again, from the start of the tournament, they went to the top. And then, of course, we have a prediction that's coming up. Now, what happens is, of course, I mean, the red ones will tell you that we couldn't get it right. But I tell you what, even we are learning as much as everybody who's out here. But now, again, well, I have picked my side for Mumbai. Chetan, you think you're going to stick with the same thing?
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? Dubai, we went with form. Delhi, they were not anywhere. But I'm pretty sure, अगर आप मुझसे पूछोगे अब, तो I would go for Delhi in the next game. But look, talking about this particular match, out of the 4 of us, 3 of us are going for Mumbai and only one, Flocky, going for Chennai. So yeah, let's see how the predictions turn out.
Well, I think Flocky might have some calculations behind it. We'll know when they get to the casting part. But again, now, Chennai had that first victory against Panthers and then eventually back-to-back losses against New York and London. Brings us to this game against Chennai now. On the other, it's already understanding the fact that there was a lot of things going on for Chennai yesterday, right? From the top of the table, languishing now at the bottom.
Yeah, it's going to be a good challenge for Chennai. And, you know, the captain, Mumbai captain is amazing. We'll talk about him more. But let's talk about the Chennai team here. You know, their top 4 batsmen have a strike rate of over 200. Manoj, Anurag, Anil and Surjit. But where I see the runs coming from are Anurag and Anil. Their 6 hitting percentages are over 30%. And Anurag, you know, we have to talk about him. He has one of the top 3 strike rates in the entire tournament. मतलब लाखों से लाखों जो खिलाड़ी आए थे, उसमें he has the top 3 strike rate. So I think these top 4 players are going to be very crucial.
Well, of course, not just from a batting angle, of course, they would want their bowlers to fire as well in case we see a game like what we saw yesterday, or even for that matter, the first game that we saw. You know, Dubai really found it really challenging. And, you know, see the other side, Mumbai Grizzlies, well, they have been very vocal about how they feel and also about their performances top-notch.
Yeah, and look, this is a star-studded Mumbai team. हमेशा मुंबई की टीम में stars होते ही होते हैं. PK is your #1 gamer in real cricket. Davinder, he has the highest strike rate in real cricket. And you know what? Top 4 batsmen again having 200 plus strike rate. और इनके पास एक और चीज भी है. इनके पास है अभिषेक, जो पूरी टूर्नामेंट के सबसे बेहतरीन रैपर हैं. He just throws the gauntlet. And I am waiting to hear what he says to Chennai today to get them going.
Well, that we'll have to wait and watch because, again, Abhishek was pretty vocal, I mentioned about, but it's pretty good confidence, I tell you what. That's the kind of spirit which you should have while you're getting into a game like this. And there it is again, the man Sergeant and Anurag, well, that pose will tell you a lot. You know, I'm waiting there. I want to do this for my team. Sergeant, calm, composed, and a pretty, you know, experienced lad out there.
Yeah, he has a 30% 6 hitting percentage and of course a strike rate above 200. He has what? 226 ka strike rate. You know, he was very instrumental in beating the New York Apes. Yesterday they had a dominant batting performance when they beat them. But Anurag, again, very crucial. He's had a strike rate of 194 in this tournament. Like I said, top 3 strike rate में से ये एक खिलाड़ी हैं. He's going to be very instrumental for how Chennai performed today against Mumbai.
और हम हेड टू हेड देखेंगे जरूर कि ये जो 2 प्लेयर्स हैं जो प्लेयर्स टू वॉच आउट फॉर, इनके बीच एक लड़ाई जरूर होगी, पर मेन जो बैटल होगा वो होगा मैदान पे. जी हाँ, हम एक क्रिकेट के मैदान की बात कर रहे हैं. But to know the result, we first have to go for the toss. We have Neeraj along with the captains ready for the toss.
I would like to thank our expert analysts, Roshan and Chetan, for their pre-match analysis. Now for the next match, I would like to request Chennai Wolves and Mumbai Grizzlies to come on stage.
We came from the bottom and we winning. They no competition, कोई नहीं मुकाबला. From the bottom निकला top डाला पैसा तो मुनाफा, माँ पे गाली सीधा लाफा. रैप द नाका सुनते बांग्ला मुझे धाका मैं. 5 स्टार के कपड़े पहन के खाता मैं हूँ धाबे पे. Streams हो या dreams, पूरा कामयाब मैं. कोहली वाला mindset और धोनी जैसा शाप मैं. हर पब में जी और गेम है मेरे हाथ में. हंसता सीधा बैंक तक 50 वाले लाफ में. हा 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 हा. भाई तू है वीक और मैं लेता हफ्ता. खुद के तेरे हाथ नहीं तूने रखा चमचा. पूरा गैंग ग्राइमी हा टॉप टॉप सीधा शॉट्स तेरे ब्रेन में. बॉम्बे द बैड मुंडा पंजाब तक कैंट में. नाम है डिवाइन पर बंदा नहीं हुसैन में. रिक्शा से निकला रोवर मेरे रेंज में. बैक बेंच वाले लड़के आए फ्रंट पेज पे. तू सड़क के महारानी के बेस में. मैं संजू बाबा वॉक करता हाथ रख के जेब में. देख ले खलनायक में और गुस्से वाला फ्रैक्चर तेरा गैंग और मैं एम्बुलेंस में पहुंचने.
All new Pulsar Mania's here. Maniacs wanted.
Piyush, here I was just on lenskart. ये जो price है $999, right?
नहीं करण, रुपीज है.
I can't be seen wearing glasses under 1 lakh. Price थोड़ा ज्यादा हो सकता है क्या?
करण, ये बढ़िया प्राइस है. इट्स ओनली बिकॉज वी डोंट हैव मिडिलमैन.
90,000?
आप कहीं और से ले लो.
80,000.
आई एम गोइंग बाय.
अमीरों की हाई लगेगी तुझे.
Factory wale prices, no middleman. Lenskart. Download the app.
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा.
फिनोलेक्स पाइप्स, पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी, पाइप नहीं.
वेलकम बैक दोस्तों, और अब है टाइम फॉर मैच नंबर 2. इट्स गोना बी द चेन्नई वुल्व्स वर्सेस मुंबई ग्रिजलीज. दोनों टीम्स 3 मैचेस खेल चुके हैं, विद मुंबई विनिंग 2 out of 3 एंड चेन्नई विनिंग ओनली 1 out of 3. Before we dive into the team dynamics, let's talk about the captains. Surjeet from Chennai Wolves and Devinder from Mumbai Grizzlies. आप दोनों एक दूसरे को जानते हो इससे पहले से भी, right? You guys are really good friends. I think यहाँ तक आने के लिए भी आप दोनों ने एक दूसरे को इतना हेल्प किया, ना जाने कितने प्रैक्टिस मैचेस एक साथ खेल चुके हो. How does that play into this कि अभी you are captains and on opposing sides? कैसा लग रहा है देविंदर? आगे.
जी बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. मतलब मेरे बेस्ट फ्रेंड है सुरजीत सिंह. हम लोग काफ़ी टाइम से एक दूसरे के साथ खेल रहे हैं, ठीक है. तो अभी इनका जो भी बैटिंग बॉलिंग सारा कुछ मेरे माइंड में है कैसा इनको करना है. और इनकी टीम थोड़ी मुझे वीक लग रही है क्योंकि इनका बैटिंग ऑर्डर थोड़ा फिक्स नहीं है. अच्छा. हाँ. और इनका कॉन्फिडेंस थोड़ा लो लग रहा है.
बट आप सुरजीत का गेम प्ले जानते हो. यू नो कि इनका स्ट्रॉन्ग पॉइंट्स कहाँ है, इनका वीकनेस कहाँ पे है, एंड ओवरऑल टीम का भी एक अंदाजा है. अच्छा. हाँ,
सुरजीत के साथ काफी खेला हूँ. इनका पूरा बैटिंग का पता है मुझे. और अनुराग भाई के साथ भी काफी मैचेस हुए हमारे.
हाँ. तो वो आपको एक एडवांटेज देता है स्ट्रैटेजी में. सुरजीत क्या कहना चाहते हो?
बिल्कुल सही कहा इन्होंने. मेरे बेस्ट फ्रेंड हैं और मैं तकरीबन रियल क्रिकेट छोड़ ही चुका था. तो जब ये GPL अनाउंस हुआ तो इनका मुझे मैसेज आया कि GPL स्टार्ट हो गया भाई, तू भी अपनी गेम शुरू कर दे.
अच्छा.
तो मैंने तभी शुरू किया अभी रिसेंट 2-3 मंथ से. तो अच्छा रिस्पांस मिला है. तो जैसे इनको पता है कि बैटिंग मेरी अच्छी, बैटिंग हमारी बोल रहे हैं इनकी बैटिंग के बारे में पता है, तो उस चीज़ का मैं एडवांटेज लेने नहीं दूंगा क्योंकि हमारे ओपनर्स बैटिंग आने नहीं देंगे मेरी.
ओके. सो बोथ द टीम्स, बोथ द कैप्टन्स, यू कैन सी काफ़ी रिस्पेक्ट है एक दूसरे के लिए, बट द कॉम्पिटिटिव स्पिरिट इज स्टिल ऑन. बिफोर यू नो गोइंग फॉर द टॉस, आई थिंक अनुराग को कुछ कहना था अपने ओपोनेंट्स को. अनुराग आइए यार, क्या आप कहना चाहते हो? गाइस, अ बिग राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज फॉर बोथ द टीम्स.
मैं सिर्फ इतना ही पूछना चाहता हूँ, जो इनके सबसे सीनियर प्लेयर हैं मिलन गोहिल, ये सिर्फ चेयर पे क्या सिर्फ यही जश्न मनाने आए हैं, आराम करने आए हैं, या गेमिंग चेयर पे भी कुछ करेंगे?
बाप रे, मिलन यू हैव टू आंसर दैट. आइए. क्या मिलन सिर्फ चेयर पे चीयर करने आए हैं या वो गेमिंग चेयर पे भी कुछ कर दिखाने आए हैं?
भाई यहाँ पे जीतेंगे तो चेयर तो करेंगे ही. अभी क्या करें, हम कल 2 मैच जीत गए, अब 2 हार गए, तो हम क्या कर सकते हैं. हम चेयर तो करेंगे, हमारी मैच जीतेगी. और आज भी तुम्हारी विकेट जाएगी, आज मैं फिर नाचूंगा. हम 4 मारेंगे, आज मैं फिर नाचूंगा. और क्या ना, दिल मेरा मुंबई का है, जज्बात और दिल ऐसे चेहरे पे रहता है. जो जज्बात अंदर होते हैं वही बाहर होते हैं, तो जो होता है वो दिख जाता है. जी हाँ.
मेरा सवाल अभी भी वही है मेरा सवाल अभी भी वही है कि चीयरिंग चेयर में ही रहना पसंद करेंगे या गेमिंग में भी कुछ करना चाहेंगे?
भाई देखिए, पहले मैच में मुझे मौका मिला, मैंने 18 रन बनाए, ठीक है। दूसरे मैच में जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ी, तगड़े तगड़े प्लेयर पड़े हमारे पास, वो गेम खत्म कर रहे हैं। जब मौका आएगा देख लेंगे।
ओके ओके,
दुआ करेंगे आज भी जरूरत ना पड़े।
चलो यार, आई थिंक दिस कैन गो ऑन फॉर एवर. I would now like to call the umpire for the toss and to cut some of this tension. Shots have been fired from both the sides, by the way. चलिए, captains आप में से टॉस कौन लेगा? आप कॉल लोगे? Yeah. Mumbai have chosen.
Tails.
Mumbai have chosen for tails and tails it is. Okay, congratulations. आइए देवेंद्र बोलिए, what is it going to be?
हमारा सेम स्ट्रेटजी रहेगा जैसे लास्ट टाइम में हमने बॉलिंग करा था, तो लास्ट 2 मैच विन किए, तो सेम रहेगा।
तो लगता है आज भी अभिषेक,
आज भी हम लोग ऐसे 55 के नीचे रोकना चाहेंगे। अभिषेक अच्छा बॉलिंग कर रहा है, तो सामने वाली टीम काफी प्रेशर में 2 मैच हार के आई है, तो बॉलिंग फर्स्ट सही है।
चलो, ऑल द वेरी बेस्ट टू यू। सुरजीत, क्या कहना चाहोगे यार? बैटिंग फर्स्ट।
We were ready for both of the options.
Yeah.
I'm ready with it.
You're ready. चलिए, all the best to you, captain. So guys, the Mumbai Grizzlies have won the toss and they have chosen to bowl. You can see the love between both the teams. तो देखते हैं ये मैच में कैसे ट्रांसलेट होता है। Over and out to Chetan and Roshan, my expert analysts.
Well, after all that banter, you saw that cheeky little handshake coming in from Milan. They're telling him, look, you know what? We've got you. We've got you. Let the game begin. Well, Mumbai raring to go.
Oh, absolutely. And कल से अभिषेक ने सबको सिखा दिया है कि कैसे बात करना है, कैसे you have to throw down the challenge. You know, it's just good to see. It's, you know, all smiles and everything. But you know what? Chennai batting first. Yesterday they won the toss and opted to bat first. So I'm wondering कि उनके दिमाग पे कितना चल रहा होगा। आज मुंबई ने टॉस जीत के पहले गेंदबाजी की है, but maybe is there a mind game there कि उन्होंने बोला है कि चेन्नई आप फिर से पहले बैटिंग करो। I think that is going to be very intriguing to watch.
Well, remember, these teams are going to play each other twice in this contest before they go forward to the qualifiers and eventually the eliminators and the land finale. So every game, in fact, is going to be very crucial for them, as it is for both these teams out here. We're all ready then for the game, and we have Loki and Crips up for the casting.
Mania is here. Maniacs wanted.
अब आगे कुछ भी हो सकता है।
निकर और टी-शर्ट पहन के आया साइकिल लोन लगा के फोन बता दे सबको बच के
All flights to remain grounded.
चारों गाड़ी जिद कर देगी।
जो खुद की सुनते हैं दुनिया उनकी सुनती है। लेंसकार्ट आकड़ है,
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा।
फिनोलेक्स पाइप्स, पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी, पाइप नहीं।
लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, देवी और सज्जन और हमारे सारे दर्शकों का एक बार फिर से स्वागत है ग्लोबल ई क्रिकेट प्रीमियर लीग में। ये तीसरा दिन है और तीसरे दिन का दूसरा मैच अभी चालू होने वाला है। इट्स गोइंग टू बी बिटवीन द चेन्नई वोल्व्स एंड द मुंबई ग्रिजलीज एंड क्रिप्स. I think this is a bit of a classical matchup because both of these teams have had a couple of losses, but both of these teams have also had wins. And both of these teams have been well anticipated by everyone.
Exactly right. ये एक ऐसा गेम है जहाँ पे हम सबको प्रेडिक्ट करने में थोड़ी डिफिकल्टी हुई थी. I'm actually surprised कि तुमने चेन्नई का नाम लिया है अपने predictions में, whereas everyone else is choosing Mumbai, and for good reason, right? Currently Mumbai table के top पे बैठी है. Currently the number 1 ranked team. They also have the number 1 ranked player in the team. तो Chennai definitely has their work cut out for them. लेकिन just because ranking में फर्क है, इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि चेन्नई एक कमजोर टीम है. अब तक उन्होंने जो भी परफॉर्मेंसेस दिखाई है बहुत ही ज्यादा कंसिस्टेंट थी. वो कोई भी एक कैरी प्लेयर पे रिलाई नहीं कर रहे हैं और सबके सब कंट्रीब्यूट करते हैं. So with that, let's see what happens over here as Abhishek throws the first ball to Manoj.
Oh yeah, and Abhishek is the man to look out for to get those wickets in the power play, but this is certainly not what he anticipated. A 6 right off the bat for the Chennai Wolves.
Wow, what a swing. That's what happens जब आप full length ball डालते हो. अभिषेक एक बहुत ही लीडिंग विकेट टेकर है. उनका सबसे बड़ा अचीवमेंट अब तक ये है कि वो एक ही ओवर में 2 विकेट निकाल लेते हैं.
Oh no, I think that might be a catch. No, it's not. It's actually bounce bouncing, and well, that's going to make sure that there's no wicket found. So 2 runs for the side of the Wolves.
Still a good start for Manoj.
Oh yeah, the brute batsman off to a flying start, already finding a boundary, and he wants to continue to deliver. Abhishek, we saw him get 2 wickets in 1 over yesterday, but today he seems to be falling short as another boundary has been conceded over to the batsman.
Yeah, definitely not the start that he was looking for. लेकिन अभिषेक भी बहुत अलग-अलग types के ball डाल रहे हैं. Previously उन्हें over the wicket डाला, against around the wicket भी, and now he's back to over again. और बहुत सारी variations डाल रहे हैं. He's really trying to confuse Manoj, लेकिन Manoj यहाँ पे confuse होने वाले नहीं है. Reverse swing attempt किया, लेकिन कोई बात नहीं, ये वाला connect नहीं हुआ इतना. But that doesn't mean कि it won't connect later on as well. That bounce. It is so outside of that off stump.
Oh yeah, that ball, well, it's lobbed towards an interesting direction. And it looks like it's going to find the boundary again as another showstopper 4 coming out from Manoj. The Chennai Wolves off to a flying start. As it seems like they borrowed the wings over from Kolkata and are soaring high above the fielders of Mumbai Grizzlies.
Yeah, and that's the best part. Manoj, he isn't even their strongest batsman. He has good stats, but there are still better players than him. And if he alone can do so much, if he can go for so many boundaries in a single over, he will propel Chennai to absurd heights.
Yeah, and you can see the frustration creeping on Abhishek's face as well. He expected more out of himself. He's not too pleased with how this over ended, and there it is, the Mumbai Grizzlies. They tried to be a bit ambitious in the first over. We're hoping maybe to catch the Chennai Wolves batsman off guard, but Manoj, despite being a part of the Wolves, has got the eyes of a tiger. And now it's under that strike.
Avinash, one of the deadliest bowlers, now handing over the responsibilities to Swapnil.
Oh, a second run attempted, and it will be safe. Looked a little bit risky, but nonetheless, the Chennai Wolves, they're going to do their best to score as many runs as they can in the first 2 power play overs.
Swapnil hails from humble backgrounds. Doesn't have the most supportive parents, and he had to fight to just get here. And now he will have to fight against all these teams to prove his mettle, to prove his worth, and he's done it in his second ball itself. Swapnil takes the wicket.
And there it is, Anu. He's going to have to walk off the field. It's just like you mentioned, Swapnil fighting against all odds on and off the field as he finds a wicket. The Mumbai Grizzlies doing a wonderful job at finally slowing down the tempo. And the Chennai Wolves, well, they're going to have to take a little bit of a breather. Anurag and Manoj, both terrific batsmen in their own right, but they can get ahead of themselves.
Yeah, but this is the most dangerous duo that Chennai has to offer. Yes, sure, they might have been able to get Anil out of the way, but Manoj is still on a hot streak. 20 runs off of 7 balls is a very impressive strike rate, north of 250.
Oh, yeah. Swapnil. Well, he's just making sure that Manoj does not find a boundary, and he's succeeding at that. But again, you have to remember, if the brute batsman survives the first 2 overs, there's a very good chance that he can find boundaries and really take advantage of the fielding positions in the remaining 3 overs.
Exactly. The pressure on Swapnil must be mounting.
Oh, that ball looks risky, and it is. It has been caught by the fielder. Manoj has been taken out of the picture too. The Chennai Wolves biting off more than they can chew, and the Mumbai Grizzlies punish.
Every single person on the side of Mumbai Grizzlies is coming alive. Yesterday, it was Avinash's time to shine when he was the one taking 2 wickets in a single over. This time, it's Swapnil who's stepping up for the team, taking those multiple wickets.
Indeed, and now 1 ball remaining for the over, Cripps. Swapnil, he's proved his mettle, but can he do more? Well, that is well fielded. I don't think the second one is going to be safe, and batsmen consider it, but don't really go for that one. So, I believe Anurag was at strike, so he will retain that. And we'll see just what he can do right as the power play overs end. The field going to get a little bit harder now, because it's not going to be so easy to find those boundaries. Of course, they're going to leave the long on and the long off open, considering it's the longest distance from the batsman to the boundary.
Yeah, I really thought that the Wolves were going at a comfortable pace when they were able to get more than 20 runs in the first over. But then in the second over, they did not get any runs at all, lost multiple wickets, and now they have to refine their pace again, rediscover themselves and see what their strengths are about.
Oh, yeah. And again, you do want to try and get those cover drives, those mid-wicket shots in, but those areas are defended well by the fielders. What are your options if you're the batsman? Well, you can certainly try that, but again, you can see the fielders running for it. So Sajan, so far doing a good job that the Chennai Wolves only get twos. Well, at this rate, crossing 60 is going to be quite the task, but we have seen lower batting averages in the last day, so perhaps that's not all that bad. That ball, thankfully, is not that high up in the air. Ooh, and that was a very good throw, but the batsman is going to be safe. Anurag will remain at strike. Sachin, some really good bowling coming out from him. Making sure that the Wolves have to play conservatively. Oh, that was a good shot, but again, there is a fielder towards fine leg, so no harm, no foul, and no boundary either.
But the height of that ball, dangerous. And yeah, even the umpire acknowledges that. But still, the way that Anurag was able to play it, toss it over towards that fine leg side while maintaining his bouncer capabilities is very impressive.
Okay. And again, these balls, some of them are going fairly high up in the air, but just don't have the power to cross the boundary. The fielders are always there. And perhaps this is where the brute batsman could have come in, but Manoj was taken out in that second over.
And now all the responsibilities are on Anurag. Okay. Dangerous in swing, and Anurag still connects it. Flicks it over towards square leg once again for a double.
And there it is. 6 doubles in an over, not all that bad at all.
Absolutely not. I think this is one of the most stable, most consistent overs that we've seen throughout.
Yeah. And if Chennai keep this up, they can potentially hit 60, but you have to remember, they have to be careful with how many wickets they give away. As we did see a team being all out yesterday and today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely a trend that the batsmen need to keep in mind.
Here comes Davinder. Ranked #1 player in the league, but he goes for a full toss on the first ball itself. A dill scoop attempted, but it actually ended up going towards fine leg.
Yep. Might have just been a ploy to get Anurag at strike, actually.
Oh yeah, that's the more dangerous player that you need to get rid of. And you can see that Davinder is changing his stances again. I think he's opting to go around the wicket this time, and he's changed the fielding positions too.
Yeah, it did seem like he was taking some time to adjust the fielding positions, but I'm not too sure if he did, but regardless, this is still not all that bad for the side of the Chennai Wolves. Their power play overs have gone really well. Now it's time to bring in that stability. Just frustrate the bowler. Give him no chance whatsoever to find that wicket. And when the frustration creeps in, you will find a screamer that you can swing and swing hard at. And lob it right across the boundary. Oh, but this one looks risky. Nope. The fielder does not run ahead in time, so no chance for a catch.
Anurag is just toying with his food. He's attempting the same shots towards square leg and fine leg again and again. But Davinder, he's trying so many different variations. The first one was a in-swing, that too with a full toss. The next one was full length. This one was short. All these variations, he's throwing at Anurag, hoping to tempt him into making a mistake. And he's made it finally.
There it is. Davinder, fist up in the air, says, I got your number, pal. You're off the field. As again, we did speak about how important Anurag is. If the Chennai Wolves want to continue to apply the pressure, continue to force the Grizzlies to bat well.
Davinder, achhi nazar rakhte hue, gets that wicket, enables his fielder to catch it. Powered by lenskart.
Well, fifth ball, and that is a clean ball. Simha on his third ball gets taken out. And boy, oh boy, the Mumbai Grizzlies are feeling it. The Wolves, they started out strong, but looks like they've fallen flat on their faces now.
Davinder tripping them over their own shoelaces. A catch out towards long on once. And then a clean ball, middle stump taken off the field itself.
And Davinder finally starting to live up to his reputation as the most fearsome player in the league.
He also has the potential to be the first player in the league who scores a hat-trick. But for that, he will have to dispatch Ajay back to the pavilion the moment he enters the pitch.
Man, a lot. Oh, look at the fielding positions. Look at the fielding positions. There's nobody towards the outer field. Well, the field is tight. Only room for a one, but overthrown. Regardless, Davinder doing a very good job of denying runs and taking away wickets. And the Chennai Wolves, oh boy, the whole world is resting on their shoulders now.
I feel like the entire team of Mumbai Grizzlies is just full of these spectacular bowlers. You had Davinder getting 2 wickets and another double just in the first 2 overs itself. Yesterday we had Avinash getting those double wickets. It seems like these guys are just capable of picking up so many wickets over the course of a single over. And once these guys get into the groove, it's so difficult to stop them.
Yeah, some really good chances towards the cover in the mid-wicket sides. But again, the batsmen, they have to loft those balls up and hit them with power. They want to try and score those boundaries, and that could be difficult considering that these batsmen are not the radicals, they're not the brutes, they're the balanced folk who can hit a variety of shots, but not all of them are going to have the power, and that is why they had so many fielders inside the field. And then it is the 4th wicket of this match.
Nazar hati aur durghatna ghati. Kya beautiful swing tha. Straight into the arms of the fielder. The captain and vice captain Davinder और मिलन दोनों एक दूसरे के बाजू में बैठ के ये strategy और fielding set कर रहे हैं. And I don't think I've seen such a field set before. इतने सारे players inside the 30-yard circle.
Yep.
They just really wanted to get Chennai out of the field altogether. उन लोग को आखिरी ओवर खेलने देने का मौका ही नहीं देना था.
Mania is here. Maniacs wanted.
lenskart. Download the app or visit your nearest store.
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा.
finolex pipes. पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी, पाइप नहीं.
Yeah, and to be honest, I actually lost track, but it turns out the Grizzlies took all 5 wickets.
Yeah, they took all 5 wickets and all of them in 4.2 overs.
That is quick. That is a devilish pace. And well, the Grizzlies, now it's their turn. And let's not forget, these guys as batsmen are very safe players. They like to go in for the 2s and the 3s. They're not one for big boundaries.
Exactly. And they don't need to worry about getting boundaries, especially when the target is so well within their reach.
Yeah. The Wolves, it's going to be a real test of patience for them against the Grizzlies. Going to have to be picked off one by one. And that just might prove to be difficult, considering the amount of leeway the Grizzlies have. 44 in 30 balls is not at all that difficult.
Oh,
and
run.
Oh, the fielder will get that ball. But those are 3 runs.
I know the audience can't see it right now, but in front of me, the drummer just started to play. And then he realized, nah, the fielder will actually sprint and get him, so he had to stop.
Yeah. a little unfortunate there. A good old drummer. Had some terrific reads on the game, but it looks like he's been not sleeping all that well, and I don't blame him. These matches have been quite exciting. Well, the Mumbai Grizzlies just have to continue playing consistently. Just have to take it easy. Get those 2s and 1s in.
And that's the kind of gameplay that will really frustrate the Chennai Wolves. I mean, I know that Wolves are supposed to be cunning and everything, but come on. When you're up against a bunch of really patient players, all that cunningness is not going to amount to anything. All those traps will just simply not be stepped on.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow, that's an out. But connected the edge. And the wicketkeeper was quick to find that catch.
Mistimed that shot. A reverse sweep is not actually a bad shot to attempt in a situation like that. The ball was of somewhat good length, but still, when your timing doesn't really work for you, you will be caught. Not by any fielder, but by the wicketkeeper itself.
Yeah, and I have to say, Chhatrapati, I think he had a bit of a misread there. Sorry, excuse me, not Chhatrapati. Believe that might have been PK who was at
Yeah,
bat.
PK was the one who was sent back.
Oh, wow. What is that going to be given? I don't think so, yeah. Close. Close to the Grizzlies, and you can see them smiling.
Yeah.
I mean, the noise was made, but the out was not given. And
Yeah. Devinder had his heart in his mouth for a moment.
yeah, this has been the story for him, hasn't it? He bats really, really well, but did get careless in the first day, was taken out on the second ball, and he did not want history to repeat itself. And those are going to be the fates reminding him to play with prudence and not be capricious.
Devinder and Chhatrapati had a terrific partnership yesterday. Playing patiently, just really driving the bowlers mad.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, this is not what you want if you're the Wolves. You're going to give away 3, yeah, but again, this has been such a good over for you. Don't let that touch the boundary.
And that's exactly what happens when you are trying to put the bowlers under pressure. You end up making silly mistakes like those. I would still say it's a great over for the side of the Chennai Wolves, relinquishing only 12 runs at the cost of 1 wicket. That's a good enough pace, but their target is still pretty low. And the run rate is very manageable for the side of Mumbai Grizzlies, who, by the way, haven't even attempted the risky shots yet. I can't even imagine what's going to happen when they have a hard hitter like Avinash on the pitch.
Yeah, well, Simha. Oh, he has bowled a beautiful one that finds the fielder towards point, and Devinder has been taken out.
No way. No way Mumbai Grizzlies crumble to the pressure of this.
And he's annoyed. You can see it in his strut. And at the risk of sounding biased, we were talking about risk earlier, but at the risk of me sounding biased, I think if these are how the power play overs have gone, I'm not too sure what the Grizzlies have in store for when they're gone.
Exactly. I mean, this is the lowest total in the tournament so far. Yesterday we saw a damn low total of 47, and we thought, yeah, that's as bad as it can get. But today, we saw a total of 44. That is as low as the scores can get over here. And if the Mumbai Grizzlies struggle to make that much, then we have a major problem on our hands.
Yeah. Oh,
Why?
Whoa. Okay. I mean, interesting attempt there. Reverse sweep, but yeah.
That's what happened to PK as well. Chhatrapati went to go for a reverse sweep. And he's a left-handed batsman too.
You have to pace yourself. You have to pace yourself if you're the Grizzlies. You know this match is in your hands. It's in your clutch, but
you can't afford to let it slip.
You can't afford to let it slip. You have to keep your eye on the prize.
And lenskart will help you do so. You just need to be patient.
Yeah, you certainly do. And Simha, I mean, he's been bowling really well. And Chhatrapati just not getting that read in.
No problem.
Yeah, but look at Milan just talking to him. I mean, you know, he's signaling him to relax, not worry, to be patient. It's all good. And who wouldn't want to have a teammate like that?
Well caught. Chhatrapati clearly showing an affinity for the point.
Oh, yeah.
Or rather, in his case, that was the mid-wicket, considering he's a left-handed batsman. But I'm starting to feel a little concerned for the Mumbai Grizzlies. These patterns are becoming a little too obvious.
Oh, yeah. They certainly are. And I have to say, Milan, I mean, there's going to be a fair amount of responsibility on his shoulders. He has to try and get those 2s and 3s in. And it's the danger man himself now on the bowl. Rather on the bowling end, excuse me. Anurag. You don't want to underestimate this man. He's more than capable of catching you snoozing. Or just getting those dot balls in. Preventing you from scoring runs like an iron wall.
And an iron wall he is. He's padded his stats with some hardcore steel. Ranked 3 in the league now. 3rd best player. delivering to the vice captain of the Mumbai Grizzlies. And he's taken his sweet time to set the field. Now that the power play overs are done for, you've got an inside-out field, with the only exception being there's an extra slip. I guess that is because they know that the Mumbai Grizzlies love to attempt shots towards third man and find leg.
And there it is. It's a white ball, so Milan's going to be A-okay, but you can see the smiles breaking out on their faces once that shot was whiffed. Zalurag getting a bit too ahead of themselves, and let's not forget, Chennai Wolves, they didn't score all that well, so every white ball is kind of going to hurt. Although with that said, ooh, that was a good one. Beautiful swinger coming through.
Yeah, that could have been a wicket too.
Yeah.
And you can see it in the way Anurag just clutches his mouth. His teeth rubbing against his lips, expressing frustration. He knew he had it. He knew he could have dispatched Milan back.
Oh, yeah. Let's see if he can continue to swing the ball the way he has and believe that's going to be the bouncer for the over.
I don't understand why Milan is trying to go for these kind of shots. There is way too much presence towards square leg, fine leg and third man. And yet he's attempting those reverse sweeps again and again. Especially against a fast bowler like Anurag, who, by the way, doesn't even need to be categorized as a fast bowler. He's just throwing above 120 again and again, so consistently.
Yeah, and you can see, I mean, the Grizzlies are trying their best to play defensively, but that's another wide coming through. And I have to say, both sides starting to feel the pressure now. Both sides starting to crumble under pressure. Slowly but surely, we'll find out who's made of steel and who is not.
You need iron will.
Oh, that's a good shot.
Yeah, you need iron will to go for shots like these. But you need an iron grip to pick up wickets and catch balls in such a low targeted match.
Oh yeah, 3 runs going the way of the Mumbai Grizzlies after mostly a lackluster over for them. Although, courtesy of Anurag's wides, there's still 3 more balls remaining here. So he can still try and work some wonders. And now it's Chhatrapati on strike.
Chhatrapati is one of those diverse batsmen who has plenty of shots in his arsenal. While he has clear favourites, he does try other shots every now and then.
That's a good shot. Lot of power behind that one. They will be able to find 2. That's all they need to do. Keep finding those 2s and 3s.
Usually whenever he faces a ball like this, Chhatrapati loves to hit it towards square leg. And while the shot was attempted in the similar area, this one went a little towards the south. Towards mid-wicket rather. Now luckily those areas are close enough, so as long as the ball is scraping the ground, there's very less chances of him getting caught out.
Let's see. Chhatrapati can continue to deliver here. Mumbai Grizzlies could really use a couple of runs to get their heads back in the game, get the focus back, but that's a dangerous run. Ooh. They will still find it though. There's still 1 ball remaining in the over. And courtesy of those wides, there have been 9 runs that have been scored here in this over. 2 of them, well, you can give credit for those over to Anurag himself. But on the final one, comes the swinger, comes the ball you least expect. But this time around, it's hit well.
A rather straight ball. Just really, really fast. Anurag put everything he had into that one. It is quite difficult to throw fast balls in real cricket. What the bowlers need to do is just basically time their bowl really well. There's a bar which you need to maintain. If you aim too low, you will end up throwing a slow ball. If you aim too high, it will turn into a no ball. So without overstepping your limits, you have to keep it as close to danger as possible. Make it almost a no ball, but not actually make it a no ball, you know. That's how you get the maximum speed. And so far, I've only seen 2 people in this league consistently bowl at speeds of more than 140. One of them has been Anurag, of course, and the other one has been Avinash. And now that Surjit is here to play, let's see what he brings to the table. Of course, there's a massive amount of responsibility on his shoulder. Chhatrapati not looking stressed at all.
Certainly not. And this is what he continues to do. Getting those runs in, And you can see the pressure now start to get to the heads of the Wolves. As this has been the flavor of their matches. Might flub one side, but they certainly make it close. Although finishing it, getting a cigar is an entirely different story.
30 needed off of 10. Mumbai can feel this win coming closer and closer towards them.
Oh yeah. Surjit has got 4 balls remaining in this over. Let's see just how much he can get done. And that's it out. The Wolves catch the Grizzlies getting greedy, catch them off guard. And the Wolf pack will beat the Bears. For now at least.
Avinash coming to bat ahead. And he had some spicy words to say the other day.
He certainly
Abhishek
did.
rather.
Abhishek.
Yeah,
yeah.
my bad. He has one of the most impressive bowling records in this tournament so far. But can he pick up the bat? क्या वो उतनी ही तेजी से बल्ला घुमा सकते हैं?
देखा जाएगा, लेकिन एक चीज कहना चाहूंगा मैं, अभिषेक की बॉलिंग थोड़ी सी इनकंसिस्टेंट रही है, लेकिन उसी के साथ पहली गेंद पे काफी शानदार बल्लेबाजी और ग्रिजलीज वो 2-2 रन बनाते रहेंगे। 9 गेंदे बाकी और 9 गेंदे में अपना टारगेट कवर कर सकते हैं।
Almost a Yorker swing. And Abhishek ने बहुत ही अच्छा shot decision लिया वहाँ पे. Just driving it towards his cover side. Oh, bouncer था हल्का सा, लेकिन जिस तरह से उन्हें कट मारा है यहाँ पे बहुत ही अच्छी तरीके से डिफेंड किया। और देखो वो जिस तरह से मार रहे हैं वो लॉफ्ट भी नहीं कर रहे हैं, वो बस बॉल को पुश किए जा रहे हैं। इससे वो सेफ भी रहेंगे। 2-2 रन भाग भाग के वो आराम से टारगेट भी कवर कर लेंगे।
Oh yeah.
एंड वो विकेट भी नहीं गवाएंगे।
और वापस ये उनकी फर्स्ट इनिंग्स की वजह से है, उन्होंने जितने अग्रेसिवली वो विकेट्स लिए उसकी वजह से, इवन दो यहाँ पे हमारे सिर्फ बैलेंस बैट्समैन, बैलेंस बल्लेबाज खेल रहे हैं अभिषेक और मिलन, उनके ऊपर रन्स बनाने का इतना प्रेशर नहीं है। उनको बस अपनी विकेट बचानी है, उनको बस बॉल को पुश करना है और उनको आराम से खेलना है। आई थिंक as long as they play it safe, they are in the clear. But
and now Chennai also realizes कि ये लोग बहुत सेफ खेलने वाले हैं, इसलिए उन्हें देखिए फील्डिंग की पोजीशन किस तरफ लगा दी है। उनने बहुत सारे प्लेयर्स को इनसाइड द 30 यार्ड सर्कल रखा है और most of them are focused towards cover, point and third man.
Oh yeah. And there it is, Milan shouting it out loud, letting everyone know that it's a no ball. And that's a free hit.
Abhishek really must channel his aggressive side on this ball. Bring it forward, show them what the beast he is. कल तो वो कह रहे थे कि मुंबई से टकराना बिजली से निपटने जैसा होता है। देखते हैं वो किस तरह से अभी बिजली लाते हैं।
Oh man, these 2 free runs are really gonna hurt. It doesn't even matter if it was a wicket because it was a free hit.
No, but you can still get run out if you try to go for that. Yeah. So in a free hit, you can't lose a wicket if you get bowled. You can't lose a wicket if you get caught. But if you go for a run out, then you will be dispatched.
Hey, you learn something new every day about cricket. And most people have been playing this game for ages. So, you know, here we are. But this does not look very promising, folks. 3 runs needed off of 1 over.
Seems like an easy enough task.
Seems like an India-Pakistan match.
Oof.
Yeah.
Shots fired. Hey, better than firing blanks.
Though, I mean, India-Pakistan matches historically have been very close, and let's just say there have been all sorts of plays, but the boundary has been found. The Grizzlies will win it, taking advantage of the fact that there were way too many fielders in the inside field. Ball lofted high over their heads, and there it is, the Wolves. Despite a really fantastic bowling effort in the first few overs, will end up losing the match, and all credit goes to the Grizzlies.
मुंबई ग्रिज़लीज को मैच जल्दी खत्म करने की बहुत ज्यादा आदत है। जब वो लोग बॉलिंग कर रहे थे तभी भी उन्होंने 4.2 ओवर्स में सबको आउट कर दिया चेन्नई की तरफ से। एंड व्हेन दे themselves are chasing the targets, 4.1 ओवर में मैच खत्म कर दी।
And I don't know about you, Chris, but my predictions have not been the greatest today.
Well, I mean, I can't ever go wrong with Mumbai Grizzlies, but the other teams have kind of disappointed me so far. I want to see what kind of predictions our analysts have queued up for themselves. We'll look at them after a short break, ladies and gentlemen. Kahin jaiega mat. We'll be back with some amazing cricket action.
All new Pulsar Mania is here. Maniacs wanted. lenskart. Download the app.
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा।
फिनोलेक्स पाइप्स, पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी, पाइप नहीं।
Amchi, Mumbai! They have now won 3 of the last 3 matches. A hat-trick for them. A big round of applause. Captain Devinder Singh, आइए. After today's match, he is the highest wicket taker of the tournament abhi tak. A big round of applause. Devinder, not just the highest wicket taker, but आपके team में there is also the joint highest scorer of this tournament with Sajan. So yaar, this is definitely such a power packed performance. बताइए देवेंद्र, what's going on? Strategy क्या था आपके लिए?
स्ट्रेटजी हमारा सेम था, बॉलिंग करनी है फर्स्ट, और बॉलिंग मतलब अभी अभिषेक को मैंने बोला अपना नॉर्मल बॉलिंग कर, 20 रन भी खाएगा चलेगा, एंड मुझे लग रहा था स्वप्निल अच्छा बॉलिंग करेगा। अच्छा। उसने ऐसा कम बैक करा, 2 विकेट निकाले, प्रेशर में आ गई टीम। तो उसके बाद मेरा स्पेल आया, 2 विकेट बैक टू बैक। अनुराग भाई का विकेट बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट था। बिल्कुल, अगर वो टिक जाते तो 60 हो जाता टारगेट, तो मुश्किल हो जाता थोड़ा। तो थोड़ा बैटिंग के टाइम मैं थोड़ा विकेट थ्रो करके आया। तो कभी कभी होता है ना, अपने दोस्तों के साथ खेलते हैं तो उसका डिसएडवांटेज होता है। तो अनिल भाई को पता था मेरा, तो उन्होंने वो फील्डिंग ट्रैप उन्हीं का था, बॉलिंग, तो विकेट लेके। बट नेक्स्ट टाइम थोड़ा फोकस के ज्यादा होगा। बिल्कुल
बिल्कुल, बट डेफिनेटली जो आपका नॉलेज है विद सुरजीत एंड द टीम, जो उनके स्ट्रेटजी का, वो डेफिनेटली वाज एन एडवांटेज इन द गेम। हाँ जी, ओके यार, कांग्रेचुलेशंस। सजनप्रीत, अ क्विक वर्ड आपके साथ। A big round of applause. सजन, यार अभी है ना, लोग डर रहे हैं आपसे।
क्यों?
हाँ जी, आप बताइए क्यों डर रहे हैं?
अरे मैं तो नो बॉल, अभी थोड़ा बहुत खेलना आता है, तुक्के लग जाते कभी कभी।
ऐसे तुक्के? हाँ? इतने बार?
कभी कभी लग जाते
नहीं, बट व्हाट अ परफॉर्मेंस यार। आई थिंक आप इतने बड़े सोर्स ऑफ इंस्पिरेशन हो हम सब के लिए, एंड यार आप चीयर भी बड़ा अच्छा करते, मैं देख रहा था, चीयरिंग भी आपकी A1 है, और आप फील्ड पे भी एकदम मतलब सो फोकस, सो प्रोफेशनल। व्हाट वाज योर स्ट्रेटजी गोइंग इनटू द गेम आज?
कुछ नहीं पाजी, मेन बात यही है ना, आपको एक ही विकेट मिलती है।
हाँ जी।
और एक बार ही आपको बॉलिंग डालनी होती है, पूरा फोकस उस पर करना चाहिए। अगर बॉल डाल रहे हो तो थोड़ा माइंड से खेलना चाहिए कि भाई कहाँ फंसेगा। अगर विकेट नहीं आ रही तो कम से कम रन भी नहीं डाले दो। अगर देखो ना, मेरी बॉलिंग शायद 2-2 आए थे, बिल्कुल, तो वो चुभेंगे नहीं। जैसे हमारा स्टार्ट खराब हुआ था, अब स्वप्निल ने अच्छा डाल दिया, तो वो बहुत अच्छा हो गया मेरे लिए। अगर वो मुझे पता नहीं तो वो लग जाएगी, वरना 2 भागता ही नहीं मैं। ट्राई करता कि लास्ट तक खड़े रहने का, आगे से ट्राई करूंगा वो गलती ना दोहराऊं। बिल्कुल, अपना बेस्ट देने का ट्राई करूंगा फिर से।
बिल्कुल, एंड इट वाज सच अ पावर पैक परफॉर्मेंस। सजनप्रीत, थैंक यू सो मच।
थैंक यू भाई।
यस गाइस, Mumbai is really getting on the groove. Last 3 matches mein they have won 3 times. They are really bringing on that momentum. We are not done just yet. Abhi aur bhi matches baki hai, so please stay tuned. Now over to my analysts.
All new Pulsar Mania is here. Maniacs wanted.
lenskart. Download the app now.
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा।
फिनोलेक्स पाइप्स, पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी, पाइप नहीं।
Well, the Mumbai Grizzlies taming then, of course, the Chennai Wolves completely. Tell us about that juggernaut which Mumbai is now creating, unstoppable.
Yeah, juggernaut for both sides and positive and negative. I mean, Mumbai third consecutive win. They were down 33 for 3. And to come back from that, brilliant display of batting and, continuing that winning momentum, not throwing their wickets away at the end. But then again, Chennai, third consecutive loss on the bounce. I mean, that's looking tough for them now.
Well, of course, it's seesaw because Chennai started pretty well at the start of the GEPL. Mumbai started slow, but now the tables have turned completely. You talk about how the Mumbai Grizzlies actually went in their score. Sarjan, 19 runs for him, eventually in that score that you saw. Good start is so much important, especially in a low-scoring game, isn't it?
Yeah, but they didn't get that good start because PK and Davinder, they were out early. और पिछले 3 मैचेस में से हमने देखा है, खासकर कि जो कल के दो मुकाबले थे उसमें हमने देखा है कि कैसे पीके और दविंदर ने साजन का साथ दिया है. साजन ओपनिंग करके they've changed that thing around. He was earlier coming at number 2 or number 3. Now he's opening definitively from Mumbai. तो क्या है कि पीके और दविंदर, they are going for the big shots. They are helping him build the innings. लेकिन आज वो स्टार्ट उन्हें मिला नहीं. But Sarjan played that anchoring role. That was enough. 19 of 12 was enough. He has been really consistent with the bat in Mumbai's last 3 wins. No surprises today. That's what they needed. 8 consistent batsmen, and they were able to scale the target.
Well, we went forward to understand when Mumbai really lost a quick wicket. We saw the conversation out there. They were a little tensed because they knew. Because that's what happened really with Chennai, because they lost 2 quick wickets. They were contemplating that if we lose another one, especially with the likes of earlier we had somebody like Milan eventually coming out. Now you look at the batting lineup of Chennai Wolves there. Again, 2 quick wickets, but again Manoj there with 22 runs for the start, couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, so this quick start that we were talking about, Manoj gave that quick start. Anil got out quickly, so double wickets for Swapnil, 2 wickets for Devinder, who's now the highest wicket taker in the tournament. 17 runs for Anurag, so they came back a bit, but those 2 wickets and then Milan taking that wicket as well, and Chennai were not able to cover their ground. They were not able to put up a 50 plus total. That was an under par total. They fought well, but kudos to Mumbai to win that game.
Well, Mumbai really bowled well. In fact, we have seen the pressure being put out right from the start. They were putting in an attacking field for them as well, setting the tone straight.
Yeah, and Swapnil getting those 2 wickets, I think that is what broke the monkeys back. It's as a proverbial quote that you can put in there. And Devinder in the last over, 2 wickets for him, 2 for 6. I mean, yeah, that was some brilliant bowling. Never let Chennai get away. And under par score for Chennai. Like I said, they fought well. लेकिन आज मुंबई का दिन था.
मुंबई के दिन की शुरुआत हुई है. उनके कॉन्फिडेंस को तो हम देख ही रहे हैं. बात जरूर किया, बट बात के साथ उन्होंने परफॉर्मेंस भी दिखाई, which is so important. Chennai Wolves worrying side for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Third consecutive loss for them. Their bowling was their strength. लेकिन यही हम चीज़ कहते हैं ना कि GPL में क्या हो रहा है कि बाकी टीम्स आपको एनालाइज कर रही हैं. फर्स्ट डे जब उन्होंने मैच जीता था, उनकी बॉलिंग बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग दिखाई दी, लेकिन उसके बाद लगातार 3 लॉसेस. इसका मतलब बाकी टीम्स ने आपकी बॉलिंग को फिगर आउट कर लिया है. एंड आई थिंक दैट्स समवेयर दे नीड टू चेंज देयर गेम प्लान.
Well, that's going to be important because you're talking about these teams analyzing each other while. So you see that the other teams are also present out here to see what's happening, and they're seeing all that. And of course, in the match summary there, you're talking about some good performances for Chennai, low score for them, low scoring, for them. Didn't really, want to, or rather didn't really go with what they wanted.
Yeah, इस टूर्नामेंट में एक और ट्रेंड हमने देखा है कि अगर आप 12 से कम चेस कर रहे हो, 12 पर ओवर से कम चेस कर रहे हो, it's not going to be very tough, going to be very tough to actually get the target. So Mumbai chasing less than 12 and over, and they got there in the end.
Well, there it is, Sarjan. Then it was pretty much like I've been talking to him. Sometimes a tricky customer, but most of it he manages everything with a smile. Then 19 runs with a strike rate of 158. Crucial runs again adding for Mumbai Grizzlies, who were put under pressure for the start, but then Chennai knew they were defending a very low total, courtesy to Sarjan there.
Yeah, he played the anchoring role. Let me just tell you, He has a strike rate of 226. लेकिन आज के स्ट्राइक रेट से खेले हैं वो 158 के स्ट्राइक रेट से खेले हैं. तो उनकी टीम को जिस चीज की जरूरत थी, he was able to control the situation, maneuver the situation. No fours and sixes. He ran those 19 runs, and he's a radical player. That's what radical players do. वो tough situation में defensively खेलेंगे और attacking भी खेल सकते हैं. He did what exactly a radical player is supposed to do.
We'll talk more about the radical player because you know they have the technique, but they can't really hit as long as a brute would. How important becomes for a brute to fire?
No, it is very important. I mean, teams are using their brute players very, very differently. Some of them are opening. Some of them are no longer opening. That has become very, very important. They're coming in at number 3. But looking at the partnerships here for the Mumbai Grizzlies, I mean, they weren't really there, 5 and 7. PK and Davinder have played such important role in the last 2 games. लेकिन आज सब कुछ जो है वो heavy lifting कहते हैं ना, heavy lifting phrase use करते हैं. साजन को वो आज heavy lifting करनी पड़ी. He was there almost till the end, but that last partnership, 12 of 5, that was very important. Remember, there are only 5 wickets in this game, 5-over game. हम अपने viewers को बता दें, they were 33 for 3, so they were able to win from there. Yes.
Now, of course, they got that free hit in that last part, which really changed things. I mean, it took off the pressure at least, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You get a no ball, you get a free hit. That's like a gift. And that's where, Chennai's hopes really ended. This is the partnership chart for Chennai. Nothing much to pick from. They did not have that great finish, which explains why they were not able to cross the 50-run mark. They need to revisit the drawing board. They need to figure out कि batting में क्या changes करने हैं, bowling में क्या changes करने हैं. 3rd consecutive loss for Chennai.
They will have to revisit their plans, getting back into the drawing board certainly, because like I mentioned earlier, that Chennai Wolves have had that slump certainly in their form. I don't know how they're going to come back from it, but again, you talk about the batting pitch map there for the Mumbai Grizzlies, proving to be too tight then for the opponents, not just with the confidence that they're displaying on the outside of the field, but also on the inside. Too many of those runs that have come in from that particular side, especially about the sixes. I mean, you hardly see any sixes, isn't it, out here?
No, and if you look at the blue dots, these are the runs, and it's a cumulative figure. So you look at fast or spin. What they have done is they have controlled the number of boundaries that they are hitting. What they're trying to do is they're not playing lofted shots. They're making sure that they're maneuvering the field. पिछले 3 matches में मुंबई ने यही किया है. They've maneuvered the field. The games are happening on the Melbourne ground, as we would like to remind our viewers. So it's a big boundary. They're maneuvering it very, very well. But now this is their bowling pitch map. And now look at those wickets. Where have those wickets come from? Cumulative wickets, अगर हम देखें, a lot of them choking the batsman on the leg side. लेकिन आज जो है वो offside की जो field है, उसको भी उन्होंने इस्तेमाल किया है. The way Chennai was batting, they thought, okay, you know what? We can exploit this side of the wicket as well. And that's what they have done.
And some glimpses, you could have seen how Chennai were really trying to go for the lofted shots as well. Didn't really work out for them. I think they really have to do their homework pretty well right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Chennai need to go back to the drawing board and taking a look at the wagon wheel for the Mumbai Grizzlies. जैसा मैंने कहा कि मेलबर्न ग्राउंड पे हो रहा है, 80 meters की बाउंड्री है, 75 meters की बाउंड्री है. Look what they are doing. This is against the fast bowling, but if you also look at the spin bowling, they are maneuvering the field very well. They're playing at the mid wicket, they're playing at square leg, they're playing at point. They're running those runs. Not as many boundaries in the last 2 games, but they are running those runs, and I think that has been the key for them to get those 3 victories in a row.
Well, the clock keeps ticking, but so have the runs come down there for Mumbai, with their performance rising from the ashes then completely. They were in ruins for the start, but then eventually they really made up for it pretty well. Now, what are the options here for Chennai when they're going forward to the next game? Of course, we have a look at the spin side as well, which you just mentioned earlier, that they, again, from the bowling perspective, they're trying to utilize, be creative with it. But what are the options left now for Chennai?
Well, there's just one option. You have to break your losing cycle and win the next game. There is no other option. आज उनका एक ही मुकाबला है. Tomorrow they have to come back fresh and say, okay, you know what? We have to break this losing cycle. We have to start getting points on the table again.
Points on the table will be there only if they can get runs. And for getting runs, you need to score 4s and 6s, especially in a game where, of course, either you may be scoring high, like the one which you saw last time, or maybe in a low-scoring total like this, which, of course, turned out to be one of the lowest-scoring games, or rather, the team batting first, scoring a low total. We're ready for the 4s and 6s, brought to you by Pulsar NS 125 Showstopper. But of course, we had the Chennai side, of course, getting all out there. It could be a shocker for them, especially with the kind of performances they've delivered at the start. We also had 2 wickets going down for the likes of Mumbai, who would be pretty confident while we have a look at the wickets brought to you by Lenskart. Not just a good batting display, but also a bowling display from Mumbai, which really set them apart, especially for the likes of Davinder Singh, who also becomes a top scorer. But at the end of the day, when you come down to understanding the equation with the points, Mumbai Grizzlies are now flying high and look to all the other 7 teams from the top.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, 3rd consecutive win for them, which means they are absolutely on the top of the table. 6 points from 3 wins. New York Apes, you know, they will have some work to do to catch them up. They still have their game coming up. Dubai Vipers, they've done well, but they had a loss today. But look at that, Chennai, 4 games. You know what? They need to break that losing streak. They're not any better than the other sides lower down, you know, because they're on 2 points. They've played 4 games. Compare that to Sydney Panthers, who only played 2 games. So yeah, a lot of re-energizing for Chennai to do, replanning, re-strategizing. They have a lot of work to do.
We'll have to wait to break that jinx playing in that next game that they're going to play. But Mumbai, again, will build too much confidence. We'll have a look at, of course, the players who scored the most runs there. A lot of top contenders there for that category, with the likes of Anurag now sitting pretty on top. Sarjan, we saw that competition there, and you had pretty much of those battle while they were having that interview.
Yeah,
now,
absolutely.
It's a pretty much even, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. You look at the top 4 now separated by just 2 runs. It just goes to show, you know, how well they are performing. The only negative here is Anurag and Manoj have played 4 matches each. Sarjan, yes, he's also on 4 matches. Tejas has a game in hand for the London Rhinos. So he has an opportunity to get ahead and get the top spot. But look, it's getting tight at the top of that table.
Getting tight means that we have a lot of good and exciting games coming on your way. And of course, it's also the bowlers who have made it very, very interesting. You have a look at that table with the top bowlers. Davinder with 5 now. I'm pretty sure Manish is also waiting for his game, isn't it?
Yeah, Anil has not been able to add to his tally. He's been stuck on number 3 from day 1. Mirdhaji, he's had 1 wicket yesterday. He had 2 in the first day. Yeah, Davinder and Manish, they are taking that march. Manish has another game to play today, but Davinder, you know, he's been fabulous in the last 3 games. 5 wickets in those last 3 games. He is now top of the table.
Well, consistency is needed from your bowling and batting unit, especially for a performance like this. We have Mumbai sitting on top, also Davinder sitting on top. Well, talk about that batting performance is coming back to that and the kind of strike rates, because it becomes an important stat for us, knowing that it's just 30 balls that you have in hand. Again, we have Vamsi from the Dubai Vipers, especially courtesy that last game which he played, now with a 320 with 16 runs, followed by somebody like a Sujit, who of course will be in the contention as well.
Yeah, I'm looking at Abhishek though, 267 strike rate. He's a defensive player. You know, he's not your brute, he's not your radical, he's not your balanced player. He's the last category of players. और हम अपने viewers को बता दें, ये top 3 जो हैं, brute, radical or balanced, you tend to expect a lot of runs, a lot of power hitting for them. So yeah, a surprise entry to see Abhishek there.
Well, the power hitting comes, but so have been a few bowlers who have really been well in that. And of course, you talk about the overall standing sort of there with an economy of 6, which is incredible. I believe with so many high scoring games there, I think something like this is pretty much memorable for him.
Yeah, absolutely. But you look at Davinder again, he's the best bowler in the tournament so far. Just 7.5 runs, but he's been more effective if you look at the wickets column as well. So you're taking wickets and you're not giving too many runs away. Just 7.5 runs with those 5 wickets. That's absolutely gold from Davinder in this tournament.
Well, of course, we have all of that conversation building. Remember, we are heading in for that next game very shortly. But we've seen so much excitement, Chetan, in this contest, especially day 3 out here when we're having it. We still have a lot of games together. What more are you expecting out of this contest? Because we've seen the runs barrier being broken, the wickets barrier being broken, some new things that we experienced, especially with the likes of almost a 50 being achieved.
Yeah, and I think we will see new barriers being broken. It's just day 3. We are just halfway through it. So yeah, I think more records will be broken. I'm yet to see that half-century mark. I'm pretty sure it's coming, and I'll be waiting for that.
We all are waiting for that 50, but of course, we're waiting for the game coming in hand. Up next, we're heading in for a short little break. On the other side, we're getting ready for the game.
All new Pulsar Mania is here. Maniacs wanted.
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा।
फिनोलेक्स पाइप्स, पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी, पाइप नहीं।